Assalamu alaikum students. Students, in this video I am going to elaborate some extra anatomical gross features of the spinal cord. In the first part of the spinal cord, we have learned the extension, enlargement of the spinal cord with the age-wise changes of the spinal cord, and also we have come to know about the cauda equina with the surface features of the spinal cord. In the first part, we also have covered up the dorsal and ventral root of the spinal cord to form the spinal nerve, and the anterior and posterior ramus of the spinal nerve. In this second part of the spinal cord video, we will learn some extra gross anatomical features of the spinal cord. So let's start. First, moving toward the spinal segment. The length of the spinal cord, the rootlets giving origin to the single spinal nerve. These rootlets for that spinal nerve constitute spinal segment for that spinal nerve. In this way, the spinal cord is made up of 31 spinal segments. This you can see in the picture. In the cervical region, there are 8 cervical segments. In the thoracic region, there are 12 spinal segments. In the lumbar region, there are 5 spinal segments. And further down, we have 5 sacral spinal segments and 1 coccygeal. So, on the both sides of the vertebral column, there are 31 pairs of the spinal nerves originating from the spinal cord. There are 31 pairs of the spinal nerves, and with each spinal segment there is a spinal nerve. Hence we have 8 spinal cervical 8 spinal nerves in the cervical region, 12 thoracic spinal nerves, 5 lumbar spinal nerves, 5 sacral spinal nerves, and 1 coccygeal spinal nerve present in the body in the form of pairs. You can see in the diagram, this is the cervical region, thoracic region, lumbar, sacral, coccygeal region, and this one is the cauda equina, where the spinal nerves extend down obliquely in the form of longer roots. This one is another diagram of the spinal nerves. 5 cervical spinal nerves, 12 thoracic spinal nerves, 5 lumbar spinal nerves, 5 sacral spinal nerves, and 1 coccygeal spinal nerve. The spinal cord in its lower part compresses from the fetal life to the adult age. Because of this compression, spinal cord in adult ends at the lower border of the first lumbar vertebrae. The spinal nerves arising from the sacral and coccygeal segment, they give rise to an appearance which resembles to the tail of the horse, as I have discussed it in the first video of the spinal cord. This is called the cauda equina. Now moving toward the vertebral levels of the spinal cord segments. As each spinal nerve arising from its own spinal segment exits this vertebral column through its corresponding intervertebral foramina, except at a few levels where spinal nerves, especially in the lower part of the spinal cord, have to go down obliquely in order to exit through their intervertebral foramina. Comparing the vertebral levels with the spinal cord segment, first look at the cervical region. At the second cervical vertebra, there is second spinal segment in the upper cervical region. In the lower cervical vertebra, at the level of fifth cervical vertebra, there is sixth spinal segment. So in this way, one vertebra above the spinal segment in the cervical region. In the thoracic region, in the upper thoracic region, the fifth thoracic spinal segment at the level of third thoracic vertebrae, that is 2 vertebrae above, while in the lower thoracic region, the T10, the 10th thoracic spinal segment is present at the level of 3 above thoracic vertebra, that is the 7th thoracic vertebra. Look at the lumbar region. All the lumbar spinal segments lie at the level of the 10th to the 11th thoracic vertebrae. 10th to the 11th thoracic vertebrae. That is 3 to 5th above the vertebrae. This is due to the compression of the spinal cord in adult. Then the spinal segment of the sacral and coccygeal region are lying at the level of T12 to L1, T12, 12th thoracic vertebrae to the first lumbar vertebrae. That is at the 6 to 10 vertebrae above, and finally lying at the level of first lumbar vertebrae.